From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Grab near the sticks. It's Rodgers. Touchdown, Ohio State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to ride this running back. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Scarlet Knights trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers. All by himself down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Indiana went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Hoosiers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout.
Wide open downfield.
Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The inside handoff. Plows through the defense. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll ride the hot hand. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Scarlet Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers. He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking down the middle. Finds a man on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
As a quarterback, I used to love throwing to running backs that could run great routes. That was a good one there on the angle route. He sold it like he was running to the flat, put his foot in the ground, cut back inside, crossed the defender's face, made it an easy throw and an easy first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Working on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him wide open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the D deny them on second and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. If you like offense, this second quarter is probably going to be a game for you. And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on fourth and goal from the 4. He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he added the extra point. They marched 79 yards on the drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Just keeps moving. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off. Running behind that left side. Turning it on. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nice move to keep running. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fritz. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They'll run it from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Scarlet Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. It's 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They'll run the screen. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And they take it in for 6 more points. All even up after that one. Basically a brand new game.
And with a tie, guess what? Back to the offense. Back to the offense. Which defense can get a stop? These offenses have been humming.
Extra point here will tie the game. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different.
To the right. The 20. He's at, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rutgers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Caught, close to the marker, it's Rodgers. There he goes to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. 1 play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Fires to the middle. Got his man all by himself. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. Discards it with the stiff arm. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Running into the open space. Picks up the first down, still moving. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. He'll do it himself. He smashes his way through again. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Scarlet Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle, it's Houston. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and this field goal kicker Just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Running to Green. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Hits the accelerator to the right. The tag. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Matthews. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Makes the grab. It's Houston. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got it set up on the outside. Powers through the defender. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
The Scarlet Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement.
To the races to the right. He's at the top. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Illinois. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield. It's Prince. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. if every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. A strike downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Off play action on first down. Unloads it left. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll move the tight end. Now the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. He might want another play. Grab near the marker. It's Rodgers. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Grab near the marker. It's Rodgers. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Here's a heat. That's reeled in. It's Houston. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing.
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This dude is absolutely taking a flamethrower to this secondary, torching everybody in sight.
So find something different, right? Like double team him, do whatever it takes to not let that guy beat you. He's just consistently being the one that's destroying you. You got to find a way to make somebody else work, make somebody else beat you.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Turning it on. The 40. He's at the 30. Look at that toughness just running through everybody. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Grab near the sticks. It's Rodgers. Flying down the left side. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got enough for the first. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got him. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And the Scarlet Knights look to keep this drive humming. The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. He breaks a tackle. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the ground with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Scarlet Knights kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Scarlet Knights back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Looking downfield. Complete to the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up to add another. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Coastal Carolina.
Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers. All kinds of room to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. 1 play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Prince. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rutgers. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry? Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Slithers into space. Got the first down. Looking for more. Flying down the right side. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off the play fake on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Open field on the right. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The give to the tailback. Oh, better look out! He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Wide open spaces. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Finds his tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Scarlet Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Catch in the middle. It's Houston. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5. It'll be 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Rutgers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. They march 79 yards on the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense. There he goes. Past the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got some room, it was over. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Akron has been blitzed from the opening kick. And as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 14 to the Red Hawks of Miami.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gives it on the option. Spins away. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. The short hands. It's Prince.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Scarlet Knights really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. On target to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. Nice play there by the offense, but still a ton of ground to make up.
Yeah, this one's pretty much over, but listen, put that exclamation point on it. Finish the way you want to finish. Make sure your offense keeps that momentum going. It can build throughout the season.
Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Gets it past the marker. At the 45 on his way. Racing down the left side. And And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Complete to the right. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Out of the gun to give to the back. Runs through the tackle. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Scarlet Knights in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Prince. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. Looking for blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though.
Turning it on. The 40. Past the 30. The 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Stevenson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. The sure hands. It's Prince. There he goes to the right. Still on his feet. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the run, it's West. Runs through a tackle. He's past the 30. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses, and man, we saw that here today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.